One of the most dramatic leadership lessons I learned in my career was as a result of a trip to Finland that I took as a substitute speaker for my company at a major training conference in Helsinki. And I was the substitute for this guru of project management. At the last minute, I had to go there, speaking about leadership and the power of acknowledgement. And when I got there and people heard why I was there, they very politely told me to go home. They said, we don't have acknowledgement in the Finnish culture. And what I said when I heard that was, well, this is a real challenge. And I don't believe that. Even though they tell me, and person after person told it to me. So when I got up on the podium, and this is, I got to the conference just like hours before the conference began, I got up there and I said, I've heard that acknowledgement does not exist in the Finnish culture. Is that true? And 800 heads went like that. And then I said, and this was a very dramatic risk that I took, I said, I've heard that Finland has one of the highest suicide rates in the world. Is that true? 800 heads, like that. I said, well, do you think there might be some connection between those two things? And all of a sudden, they were shouting out and raising their hands, and I called on a few people, and they said, I want to acknowledge my boss. He's sitting right here. I've never told him this before because we don't do this in our culture, but he's the best boss I ever had. And so what I learned from that, the leadership lesson I learned, is that this is a basic human need. It does not matter what culture you're from, what business you're in. I've trained people in the Army. I've trained people, in education, all over the world. Everybody's hungry for it. They just don't know what it's called until I present it to them. So I'm just delighted to be here, and thank you to the Carbon County Chamber of Commerce and the Women in Business series. That's a very, very exciting initiative that you've got going. And Shelley, you and I first talked about grateful leadership in your massage therapy studio, yes. And I was kind of like laid back, as they say, but it was wonderful. And thank you for carrying it to this event today. Be your own hero, to me, means use your inherent power to wake people up, to enliven them, to excite them, to make them feel valued and appreciated, both at work and in your community and in your family. Let's not forget families. With the power of acknowledgement, it was very, very simple. And really what it is a matter of opening your heart to people. And that's a little scary at times. People have a hesitation about it. And even if you are a grateful leader, there is always something you can improve. I stay motivated because I'm driven. And I talk to people at the supermarket about this. I talk about it to family members. I talk about it wherever I go, whatever the circumstances is. I'm a little bit obsessed by the power of this message. So people motivate me when they get it, when they act on it. And I get emails all the time and phone calls saying, you changed my life with that message. So it's like, how could you not be motivated? I have a vision, a mission, and a purpose. And it sustains me. I really feel very, very grateful to have that calling. It's a calling.